Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Short Sports Show. I'm your host, Daniel Short. Today we got a good episode. Going to talk about some NFL news, what's going on around the league. Also in college football, some brand new news? No, some new news. New news. Wow. Good job, Daniel. Anyways, before we get on to all of that, make sure you follow me on Twitter at short_sports24-7. Also on Facebook, The Short Sports Show. And if you missed this episode or any other episodes, or just want to re-listen to any of the other episodes, go on YouTube, type in The Short Sports Show, click a like, and subscribe to the channel to listen to more. Also got some other videos that I post on there that you do not get on Spreaker.com, so make sure you go over there to go check them out. And also, make sure on Spreaker.com, when you're listening to this, make sure you click the follow button. Help me get to 100 followers. That way I can be partnered with iHeartRadio and, grow my channel and all that other good stuff. But let's get straight into it, to the NFL news. Some things have been going on with Atlanta Falcons, mainly with their struggling 1-4 record. But they got hit with the injury bug about a few days ago. Atlanta wide receiver Julio Jones is out for the year. Yes, fantasy owners, he is out for the year. Huge loss for them. Thankfully, I did not draft him. He had a right foot injury. Also, had fractured it at the 2011 NFL Combine. The same foot. Then re-injured it again this past week. Falcons are 1-4 again this year, and really struggling. When I read the story, I didn't even know that the Falcons were 1-4. That caught me way off guard. This is a team that, almost was one game away from the Super Bowl last year, has been in the playoffs multiple years. Matt Ryan is a great quarterback, and this is a great team, but how are they struggling at 1-4? And totally caught me off guard. Tony Gonzalez, I don't know if you guys have read. Apparently there were some rumors about him getting traded back to Kansas City Chiefs, and it's really awkward when the team that you used to be with for so many years is actually good during the time you're with another team. Now, he's been with Atlanta since 2009, and Atlanta Falcons have had more success than the Chiefs these past few years. But this year, Chiefs are 5-0, Falcons are 1-4. And anyways, rumors sparked after Kansas City Chiefs general manager and Chiefs player Brandon Flowers discussed on a radio show of Tony Gonzalez coming back to Kansas City. But those rumors were shot down when the head coach of Atlanta, Mike Smith, came out and said that that's preposterous and it will not happen. I think it was more of just saying, they wish they could have him back, just because they're doing good and they think they have potential and blah, blah, blah. But that won't be happening. Tony Gonzalez will not leave the Falcons, not to the Chiefs, not to any other team, no matter what the record says at the end of the year. And especially because he's got a pretty good salary cap on him as well. But Tony Gonzalez played at Kansas City from 1997 to 2008, and then went to the Atlanta Falcons. Other news: Houston Texans quarterback Matt Schaub, after giving up his fourth straight pick six, had some unexpected visitors coming to his home. Apparently some, quote, and I'm doing these bunny ear things, I know you can't see, but fans went by his home taking pictures. Some said that they may have yelled, some cursing at him and saying stuff to him. He said that he didn't hear anything of that, but he called team personnel, tell him what's going on. He wanted to be safe because of his family. But how did the fans find this place? That's really weird. But also J.J. Watt came out and said that people come to his home frequently, not actually going inside, but stay outside in a perimeter range, either to get autographs, pictures, or anything, just to basically, I guess, stalk him, which I think, even as a fan, if I knew where he lived, maybe I go over there once, maybe. But I'm not going to be stalkish and just be going there every single day and following where he goes, because that's a little too weird. But yeah, that's what happens with the Texans right now. And then also the Washington Redskins owner Dan Snyder continues to defend the name of the team. Quote, "The name is not a label. It was and continues to be a badge of honor," and unquote. Also said in an interview with USA Today in May, this past May, says, "We will never change the name. Capitalize never." So, reading on it now, more stuff. I don't know, because I talked about a long time ago, I guess now, about what it kind of means, I guess. But even though there's a very small population of Native Americans, they don't feel offended. So I guess there shouldn't be a point of changing. I don't know. Very touchy subject, but very, very, it seems like it died down. I feel like this was brought up a few years ago. And it may have been every single year that this is brought up because of the name. But a few years ago it was brought up, then it just died down. No one talked about it. And then now this past year, everybody's talking about it. So we'll just have to see. Maybe it's going to die down again and then resurface, a year or two now. But that's just other news. And I guess we'll get straight on to what to watch for, because we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. So we're trying to speed this up, and hopefully this time management works in our favor. What to watch for this week, NFL week. Got a pretty good amount of games to watch. Obviously, the first game to watch is the 5-0 New Orleans Saints at 4-1 New England Patriots. And I looked up just about a few minutes ago, actually, and saw that Drew Brees has never lost to Tom Brady. And in other words, Tom Brady's never beat Drew Brees. And so Drew Brees used to be with the Chargers. Now it's kind of looking back, maybe we should have kept him after the injury, whatever. Twice the Chargers have beat Tom Brady when Drew Brees was there, and once with the Saints, and now got another shot to do it again. My prediction, 41-28 Saints. I think Saints offense is very explosive. They found their rhythm again with Sean Payton back. And defensively, they're one of the best in the league this year, which has been crazy because last year they were one of the worst to now one of the best. So, and obviously for the Patriots, not a really good offense this year. So, not looking good for the Patriots, having their second loss this week. 1-3 Redskins at 2-3 Cowboys. Cowboys had the best game of the year, even though they did lose. But it was the best game of the year with the Broncos versus the Cowboys in a 51-48 game. Awesome game. But I do see the Cowboys getting this victory against the Redskins, 35-20. And hopefully Tony Romo doesn't throw another interception in the fourth quarter. Apparently he has now 20 career interceptions in the fourth quarter. That is terrible. That is the opposite of clutch. And, we always see him, sometimes we'll have those games where he's breaking out of tackles to get away from sacks and then finds, Miles Austin, Jason Witten seems open every single play somehow. And, it's crazy. But, then it comes to the fourth quarter and then drops straight down. So we'll have to see. But I do think the Cowboys do get the victory, especially at home against the Redskins. Next game to watch is the 2-2 Packers at the 3-2 Ravens. And I think the Packers are trying to get something going here. Eddie Lacy might be back. 31-17 Packers get the victory. Titans at the Seahawks. Titans enter the game 3-2 while the Seahawks are 4-1, dropping their first loss to the Indianapolis Colts last week. And I think the Seahawks bounce right back 35-10. And it's going to be a crazy week starting basically Friday night here in Seattle, Washington. College Game Day, ESPN College Game Day will be at UW's campus because number 2 Oregon is coming over to number 16 UW to play them. I really wanted to go to that game. I really wanted to go to that game. But tickets are about $200 per ticket, and that's like very, very high seats. So you can only imagine what it is for a really good seat prices. I've looked everywhere. It's StubHub, Ticketmaster, from the actual both teams, the Oregons and Washingtons. I can't believe I almost forgot their name. Looked for both, and I could not find anything in a price range. And I wanted to go to College Game Day, but I work, and also they're allowing students to come in so they can, because it's going to be an early show, especially because we're going to be, we're on the Pacific time, and they're not main audience, but they're going to be showing it for the Eastern time. So it's going to be, I think it starts, 5 o'clock in the morning over here. So they're allowing students to be there to, fill up, I guess, the stands, you can say, at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't feel like getting up 3 o'clock in the morning. And but anyways, it's going to be pretty crazy. And then, with the Seahawks playing the next day, it's all sorts of crazy this week. So stay away from the roads. That's right. Anyways, last game to watch for in the NFL week. Colts 4-1. Like I said, got the victory over the Seahawks last week. And on the road against my San Diego Chargers, I cannot leave them out. They're 2-3, and it's sad. We lost to the Raiders. That's when I know we don't have any hope for the year. When you lose to the Raiders, no matter what your team is, unless you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, your team is pretty bad once you lose to the Raiders. Just joking. Raiders are doing pretty good this year, but still it's pretty disappointing to see my Chargers lose to them. But I think the Chargers do bounce back on a Monday night wearing the powder blue uniforms. 30-28, San Diego gets the victory. We can only hope and pray, can't we, Charger fans? I know this is late, but I thought I could do some interaction with the fans. And basically, in the comment section, whether you're listening to this on YouTube or you're listening to this on Spreaker.com, you can play NFL and college football pick'em with me. Basically, the games that those 5 games that I just said, what to watch for, I give you my prediction on it. Give me your prediction on what you think, who will win. You can even throw in a score if you want to. And maybe at the end of the year, the winner might get something. If I win, y'all can give me something. No, I'm just kidding. But if you guys win, we'll see. Obviously, the deadline will be a day before the game. Once it hits Saturday or Sunday or the day of that game, whatever it may be played, that is no more picks after that. So I'll keep monitor on that. So, that's a little fun thing I'm going to try to do. Also, NCAA news. Let's get on to college football. Only got 18 minutes left. I need to get through all this stuff because there's a lot of good information to be shared on to the world. Here we go. South Carolina defensive end Jadeveon Clowney practiced Wednesday, but is uncertain against this game against Arkansas. And mainly I want to talk about his draft status. This year he had all that hype going into game 1 against North Carolina. Did absolutely nothing, and he looked worn out. All this other stuff. So where is he? He was, supposed to be the number 1 draft pick, a Heisman hopeful, everything. I was hoping he would win the Heisman too. Now he's basically nothing. He's worn out. He's injured, and he's struggling. He's struggling against offensive linemen. Offensive linemen are double teaming him, and he has no help on the other side for South Carolina's defense. And I don't see him as a top 5 pick anymore. I really don't even see him as a top 10 pick anymore. Depending on what team is looking for a defensive end right now, you could question whether he's a first-round draft pick. Now, I know fans are like, what are you talking about? He's got to be a first round. I think there's a 90% chance he is. But if he continues to play like he's playing right now, even though I know he's hurt, but if he continues to struggle and I'm not saying he has to make those SportsCenter plays like he did against Michigan in the Outback Bowl. But what I'm saying is, if he cannot be a factor on the football field, why should we draft him in the first round? Is what I'm saying. Obviously he will be drafted, second, whatever, past the first round. But if he makes it that far, I don't know. He looks like a Geno Smith, and I know Geno Smith is a quarterback, but the hype that was around him. Geno Smith, through the first 5 games of the season last year, was undefeated, had the best quarterback rating, all this good stuff. Then boom, dropped. Now it seems like Jadeveon Clowney, played 1 game, was bad, dropped. And so, I don't know, it's interesting topic to talk about. But I don't see him as a top 15 draft pick, I'll say that. I would not draft him, whether it's the Chargers. It seems like a lot of people are looking for offensive help to catch up with the offense, that's going on in both, in football right now. Tennessee and Virginia Tech to play at Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, not Connecticut, but Bristol, Tennessee. In 2016, they're saying that 160,000 fans, 160,000 fans could be in attendance, and that would be the largest amount. Hold on, let me try to make sure I'm phrasing this right. The largest attendance amount of people watch a college football game. I guess I hope you guys caught on with me. About, I think, a year ago or maybe this year, when Michigan played Notre Dame, I think it was a year ago. It was 115,000 fans and point something. That's how many fans, and that was the record. With 160,000 would blow away any sports event ever, which would be crazy for two terrible teams in Tennessee and Virginia Tech. But hashtag payday for that, because those teams are going to get paid huge amount of money just to play there, just to be there. And it's going to be pretty crazy. Sad news for TCU. Defensive end Devontae Fields will undergo surgery on his injured foot and will miss the rest of the season, but will apply for a medical redshirt, which he is eligible for and most likely will get, thankfully, which would make him a redshirt sophomore next year and still have 3 years of eligibility. And we're going to need him next year. We're losing a few of our cornerbacks, and we're going to need some more pass rush. But thankfully, we still got a pretty solid defensive line this year, and especially for next year. Air Force will play San Diego State even with the government shutdown. So that's good news, I guess. University of Houston quarterback David Pilland, I hope I said that right, will sadly end his football career due to multiple concussions. He ended his career with 5,790 yards, 41 touchdowns, and set an NCAA record for attempts in a game without an interception with 77 passes against Louisiana Tech. Woo! Now I can breathe. Anyways, but he's a pretty good quarterback, and sad to see him that players got to quit because of concussions, which has been a huge thing going on with the football overall, whether it's Pee Wee to National Football League. And also, the late, great Junior Seau will be inducted into a Polynesian Football Hall of Fame, along with 6 other people that I've never heard of, but Junior Seau, rest in peace. And what to watch for college football week, and like I said, pretty crazy week here in Seattle, and it's going to be one with the number 1 game, what to watch for, and that's number 2 Oregon versus, I struggle when I'm trying to pick which one to say, versus number 16 University of Washington Huskies. Even though I'm living in Seattle, and yes, I would love Washington to win, but they're not going to get it done. Oregon is way too powerful on offense and have a pretty solid defense. I know Washington kept it close with Stanford, who is a very good team, but not going to happen with Oregon. 56-38, Oregon gets the victory. Second game, number 17 Florida versus number 10 LSU. LSU dropped the game against Georgia last week, which shocked me. I knew Georgia was a good team, but didn't think Georgia was strong enough to beat LSU. But I think LSU rebounds this week, especially at home. 35-21, LSU gets the victory. Number 12, Oklahoma versus unranked Texas. Texas, get ready to say goodbye to Mac Brown. 56-10, Oklahoma gets the victory. And after this game, bye-bye Mac Brown. I think he gets fired. Oklahoma's way too tough. They got studs at running back. They have great receivers. Blake Bell is a very good quarterback. And defensively, even though they lost Corey Nelson at linebacker for the year, they are very, very talented. And Texas defense is the opposite. They can't tackle anybody. So they're going to struggle. And I do see another blowout. Last year was 63-21. And this year be close to the same. So as I flip the page here, number 4 game what to watch for is number 18 Michigan versus Penn State Nittany Lions. Let's go Penn State. I hope Penn State wins 31-20, going for the upset. Michigan should have lost 2 weeks. They should have. Did they lose to UConn? I don't remember. Do not remember. Either way, they should have lost to UConn. I don't think they did. Should have lost to UConn. Should have lost to Akron. Both games drop them out of the top 25. And this game should do the same with Penn State beating them. Let's go Nittany Lions. Number 5 game, what to watch for. Number 9, Texas A&M versus Ole Miss. Ole Miss, I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you this year to be the next team to knock off Alabama and be the top team of the SEC along with Tennessee. It's going for both of y'all. You guys have disappointed me. all season. So Texas A&M gets the victory 42-30. Number 6 game is number 15 Baylor versus Kansas State. They're on the road at K-State, and I'm going for the upset. I think the offense gets shut down, and I can't wait. I cannot wait when people are, they're all this hype around Baylor. They have a top offense. They could score 70 points, blah, blah, blah. Look at the teams they played. Guarantee you they play a tough team like they will against K-State. I know K-State has dropped off since last year, but I guarantee you on the road at K-State, it's a very tough place to play. And K-State knows they can knock off Baylor. Baylor did the same thing to K-State last year. Took K-State out. I'm going to start saying Kansas State. I don't want to get people confused. Kansas State. Baylor took out Kansas State last year. Took them out of the national championship hunt. Even though Baylor's not in the national championship hunt this year, Kansas State is going to want to knock them off. Because they know how much it hurt them. They know how much it'll hurt Baylor. 35-34, K-State gets the victory. Go Wildcats this week. Number 7 game, I can't leave out my TCU Horned Frogs. I cannot leave them out. Kansas plays TCU. We beat them in basketball, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys watched that game. Kansas had a top basketball team, have over the past few years. Went to TCU, who had not won a Big 12 game and probably still won't this year. And we upset them. I stayed up until about 10 o'clock Central Time. That was when I was in Texas. Greatest day of my life. Anyways, TCU, Texas Christian University. TCU gets the victory 42-10 over a weak Kansas team. And tomorrow night is high school night, football night. And I graduated from San Marcos High School, which I'll get into if my family's listening right now. Graduated from San Marcos High School in Texas. We struggled over the few years. We haven't been good since 2006 when we were one game away from state. But I don't remember that. I was too young. But anyways, they play Smith and Valley on the road in Spring Branch, Texas. And it's going to be a tough game for the Rattlers. I'm rooting for them all the way, hoping they can upset this team. But Smith and Valley is ranked number 3 in the state of Texas and number 28th in the nation. Yeah, it's a pretty tough game, but let's go for the upset. Go Rattlers. And also, shout out to my family. They've been begging for this. This is the 12th episode now, so might as well give it to them. All in San Marcos, Texas. Very short midget Mexicans. I'm half Hispanic. I'm not being racist. It's okay. Miss you guys. I will be back sometime soon. Got work going on right now, but I will be back soon. And, yeah. There's a shout out. Also to my cousin Gilbert Garcia. I call him Ray. He wanted a shout out to all you single ladies out there. He's about 5'5", good 180. Got a mustache, a beard. He's got a kid though. Anyway, sorry. Going on to the MLB news. Joe Girardi re-signs with the New York Yankees, 4 years, $16 million deal. The Chicago Cubs were also interested in him, and I'm glad he didn't go to the Cubs because I don't like the Cubs. Cal Ripken Jr. is open to managing the MLB team next year. Washington Nationals outfielder Jason Worth said he would want him to coach or manage the Nationals. But the Reds, Mariners, and the Chicago Cubs are immediate teams that need a manager after firing their manager at the end of the year. I don't like what the Cincinnati Reds did firing Dusty Baker. Don't think that was right. I know they haven't took that next step, but I feel like when you're coaching / managing baseball, it's not like football. Football, you call the plays, and you like they say when you blitz, you live and die by the blitz. In baseball, yeah, you can say what pitch to throw, but I feel like the players are the ones who actually move up or advance. They're the ones that take the step and how they progress. And I don't think it was the coaching is what I'm saying. So I don't think they should have fired him. Let's see. Cardinals defeated the Pirates last night to move on to the NLCS to face my Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 1 tomorrow night in St. Louis. I was really going for the Pirates. 1, because I like the Pirates. And 2, I think the Dodgers could have swept them because, Cardinals have better hitting and better pitching. That's why, obviously, they won the series. And, either way, it's still going to be a good series. But go Dodgers. I am ready for Friday night. I am pumped. The Tigers and A's play tonight. Winner goes on to play Boston in the ALCS, and going for the Tampa Bay, going for the Oakland A's. Billy Bean, Moneyball. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have. Moving on to the next page. And wow, we ended really early. Woo! Wow. Crap. Anyways, yeah, Oakland A's and Detroit Tigers. Our series is tied at 2-2. And it's at Detroit, so that's going to hurt the Oakland A's. But I'm still going for the A's. A's, Boston. That'll be a good matchup. Or Detroit, Boston, whatever it may be. But hopefully, my prediction on the World Series, maybe we'll go ahead and do some picks right now. Game 1 for the Dodgers and the Cardinals. You guys already know who I'm going for. My LA Dodgers. I'm going to say the score. We got Zach Greinke on the mound. I'm going to say 4-3 Dodgers get the victory over the Cardinals in Game 1 in St. Louis. And tonight's game, Detroit and Oakland. Let me think of a score. I don't know who's on the mound tonight, so I don't want to say really high scoring. I'm just going to go 3-5. Oakland gets the victory and moves on to play Boston in Game 1, which I think is, would it be Saturday? No. Yeah, it'd be Saturday. Saturday, Oakland and Boston. Game 1, and I'm going to say Boston gets the victory 4-1 in Game 1. Bam, got predictions just like that off the top of my head. I'm a genius. No, I'm just kidding. But guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you follow on Spreaker. Help me get to 100 followers. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Spread it around. And spread my name. Yeah, spread my show around. I just want to make sure we're clear about that. Also on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook. The Short Sports Show on Facebook. And I know I just kind of said multiple things right there. And on Twitter at short_sports24-7. It's that little... Not really, maybe it's not a dash, it's a /7. So you know that the one on your keyboard, it's got a question mark on top, and right below it's a little slash. Yeah, you guys already know. And the next show will be on next Monday, Columbus Day, that is. Nothing too special for, I guess, Columbus Day. Be trying to get my time. I know my schedule for work, so look forward to be about 12 Pacific time, maybe 11 Pacific time, just seeing how everything goes. I'll make it clear on Facebook. Also, follow me on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that other good stuff. And as I hit my mic, sorry about that. Play the college football pick'em and NFL pick'em with me. Pick'em. Sounds like a funny word. And let me think. Trying to milk these 2 minutes here. But YouTube, yes, YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe on there, and watch my other videos. I do have a discussion video that I want people to comment on, so I can get your feedback on. And I talked about, and that's what I'll talk about these last 2 minutes. Jameis Winston, quarterback for Florida State, had an incredible play. Had a Johnny Manziel type play against Maryland last week in a 63-0 victory, and did an amazing, incredible job getting away from 2 tacklers, then throwing a touchdown in the corner of the end zone. And Jameis Winston is a boss. He plays baseball too, and I don't think he played because this is his freshman year. Well, this would be 2 years. No, he didn't play against TCU. But very good player, and I don't know why my computer is freaking out right now. Hopefully the audio is still good. But yeah, is he a freshman? Another freshman Heisman winner? We had Johnny Manziel win it his freshman year, and is Jameis Winston, another Heisman he's a candidate, but is he going to win it? Is he going to be able to keep going throughout the year playing against pretty good competition, especially when he plays Clemson? That game will decide it all. Be a very fun game to watch. Also, is this a new breed of quarterbacks, new athletes coming in? It seems like, top talent from high school moving on to college. It seems they're able to pick up the offenses a lot quicker and able to execute, therefore being really good at a very young age and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, favorite, all that other good stuff. Make sure you follow on Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com/The Short Sports Show. Click the follow button. Help me get to 100 followers to get on iHeartRadio. And I'll see you guys next Monday. For sure. Next Monday, around 11, 12 o'clock Pacific time, and in the morning. And I'll see you guys then. Thanks for listening.